Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to DJology, episode 2, the science of DJing. I'm kind of excited. I have a Facebook group now. Don't know exactly what to do with it, so I think I'll give it another week and try to figure out how I'm gonna hash that out. But I'll get you some more information on that. I didn't really know what to cover for my second episode, so I thought about it. I have a bunch of videos that I'd like to show you of projects that I've been working on, but I was like, man, you know, I should probably explain who I am if anybody's gonna take me seriously. So a little bit about me, let's dive into that. I'm originally from a very small town in upstate New York, more cows than people, just always loved music. And you know, when I saw DJ Jazzy Jeff or Run DMC, Walk This Way, I was like, man, that's what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. I don't know, second, third grade, fifth grade, something like that, whenever Walk This Way came out. So I went hardcore with it, you know? Lots of people telling me that I couldn't make a career out of that, or do they still use turntables? What do you want that for? That kind of thing. And I was like, man, I don't really care. I just want to be on stage and having people jump up and down while I play music. So when I got a little bit older, turning 16 now, there was a roller rink not too far from where I was at, and I would go there all the time. And the owner made a mistake and said he was looking for a DJ, or he needed a DJ or someone to play music. So I just turned 16 and I hounded the guy, I don't know, 6 months, because my birthday was in March. I didn't actually get the job till like November, and that was like in 96, 95, somewhere in there. So I've DJ'd my whole life, started out at that roller rink. It was so funny, I'm sitting there popping in CDs, rolling around the rink, and then I'm handing out shoes, right? I'm handing out skates to the people that come in. But you know, I didn't really care. I was playing music and I was DJing and I was having a good time, and I was young, and things were moving. Things are moving. I was kind of excited about that. And I did that all throughout high school, and then I went to college, and I still wanted to DJ, so I made it to a club, which was just a college town, but you know, college students would come out to the club and get their drink on, and there I'd be playing CDs, and I was like, man, this isn't gonna happen. This is, you know, I don't really have the $600 it takes to get a turntable, so I went out, I got a credit card, and there you go. I did a little bit of research, and here we go. I got 2 Technique turntables and a mixer, so I get them out of the box, throw them in the club thinking everything's just gonna be great, and you know, I got through a few nights. It was a little rough. I remember playing music, and I had this DJ, he came up to me, he taps me on the shoulder, and he's like, hey man, do you mind if I take over? And he was a DJ from New York City, and you know, we had a lot of city people in the town because of the school, and I guess he was just up visiting family, and he happened to roll into my bar, and he would, you know, come in every other week. But I remember the first time, like the club was jamming, everything was going good, but I was nowhere near anywhere near technical on the turntables. And he tapped me on the shoulder, and he wanted to take control, and I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, you know. I'm getting paid like $125 that night, and it was like a couple hours off. You know, I only had like a crate of records, you know, like a crate. So the guy hops on, and what was he doing? He was like, Another One Bites the Dust with Rapper's Delight, and he's sitting there scratching. Oh, it was It Takes Two, and then he scratched in the Rapper's Delight, and then he went through my entire record collection, and then went back flipping the records over, because they were like record singles, and on the other side he would try and find like a instrumental and then just throw on whatever was next to it. And like, he's like, man, you need to get more records. The guy was burning through my material like I've never seen anything. It was so amazing. It was so amazing. So I was like, yeah man, I want to be just like that guy. Anyway, that was one story there, and that was when I was in college. After college, I got my degree, and I was like, man, you know, I got a degree in radio, so I'm all excited. I'm learning how to audio edit. I'm like, this is what I want to do. I'm already a DJ. I'm learning how to audio edit. What's the next logical step? Well, my aunt was like, oh, you want to go into a recording studio? Yeah, recording studio sounds great. So we looked at a bunch of different schools, and I don't know why, but we went to Full Sail and everyone was like, all right, this is where all the professional stuff. For those of you that don't know what Full Sail is, it's a professional recording trade art school, but they give regular degrees. I don't know exactly what they're doing now, but the program that I went through was for 12 months and they gave me an associate's degree. So I'm like, oh, this is awesome. You know, I already have a bachelor's degree and let's go get an associate's degree. So in my mind, I'm thinking that's like a master's, right? No, but anyway, I went to the school and it got me out of my small hick town that I'm from in New York, and I'm sitting here just like fish out of water and going to school. And Full Sail is like around the clock. You can go to school at like 2 in the morning to take class. Labs could be that early. So I'm at least I'm out of my town, and then I hung out with a bunch of DJs. It's funny, like I always attract to the DJs, and we ended up getting a little circle together of people that we got along with. And one of the guys, a friend of mine, he come up and he's like, oh yeah, Disney's doing auditions, you want to go over there? Sure, yeah, I'm out of school, I know how to DJ. So I went and I made this press kit, kind of just me, a couple pictures behind some gear and different things that I've done. That's what I learned in school. You'd show up with a resume, right, or something to hand them. So I get all nervous. We go to this audition and there's like a line, around the corner. Like, oh my God, how am I ever gonna get? There's no way I'm gonna get a job. Turns out like I was like one of the 3 out of however many lines and days of auditions they had. The only one that brought in a resume. And, they're like, do you want a job? You kind of fit what we need. And I was like, yeah, sure, that'd be great. So I was put in by Jimmy Jams. He was a radio mix show DJ in the local area, and he shook my hand. He said, great job with your audition. And then I got my first spot, I wouldn't say spot, but like my first opportunity. And it was a turntable DJ at BET Soundstage, which I was kind of honored. And I didn't think I'd be able to go from where I was to where I was at, just because I showed up with a couple pictures on a piece of paper and said, hey, look, I go to school for this. It was kind of cool. So anyway, I'm 1 day a month over there working my way. What year is this? Is like 2002. I'm like working my way through school and then trying to be a DJ at Disney. I'm like, who knows what's gonna happen? Well, eventually I worked my way up to 2008. We had our crash, and then I jumped over to Universal Studios. In 2008, there was another opportunity that came out of nowhere because, I don't know, there was like a light inside of me that just turned on and started glowing really bright. So here's a quick story. I went to South Florida and I saw movie clips and mashups and different things going on, and I was like, man, what is this? I've heard of Promo Only and they've got music videos on DVD, but I don't know what's going on in this club. There's screens everywhere and there's cartoons singing the songs. I'm like, what's going on over here? So I ended up, I made some bold moves and tried to get in touch with the DJs there, and because I was working at Disney, one of the guys wanted to talk to me quite a bit. Actually, he taught me all the different things that he was doing, learning how to video edit, and I'm like, man, I just spent all this money at Full Sail learning how to audio edit, and now I gotta learn how to video edit. I was like, whatever. To me, it was like the coolest thing in the world, where you could take movie clips and put them over the songs, and you had all these screens and people were pointing at the screens and having a good time. On top of that, you're like party rocking and drinking, and it was great. It was great. So I learned how to video edit. I'd go out to I don't know, Record Town was still open at the spot, downtown Disney Springs, whatever they call it then. And I went and got the stack of DVDs, AC/DC, whatever I could get my hands on, and then I would rip those from the DVD, put them in the computer, put them into, I don't know, was it Final Cut at the time? And I was trying to like figure out how to put all these things together so that they would fit over the music and the words would line up. And I got an opportunity, very special opportunity, to help me pick my career back up with Crooklyn Clan. They were like, at the time, they were like the top people that were doing it. They were putting the movie clips to the songs, and I ended up getting in touch with Marks from Smashvid, Smashvision, DJ Pro, whatever they're calling it today. I actually got sponsored by them, so that was kind of cool. And with that, I got a lot of recognition. And I was flown to China to do a show like that. I ended up getting a lot of clout, got a lot of videos of mine sold. I was really hot in the market. That was like 2008, and then the video market kind of like died down, but nothing really died down. I learned how to video edit. I learned how to pull stuff off a DVD, and I already had the audio skills, so that was kind of cool. Also in the meanwhile, okay, so 2008 to 2012, 2013, and then that's when I ran into the drummer guy, and then that started happening, and that was flying all over the place. And then in the meanwhile, I also needed to learn how to do stage shows at Disney. I mean, we're at Disney, you're on stage shows. I mean, it's more than just handing out hula hoops. So I actually had to learn how to like move crowd, do stage shows, learn how to do interactive games. It was different. It wasn't like mixing music. You would just line up scenarios and play around with people and then create moments, magical moments over at Disney. And of course, if you could do all those things, then weddings is like the next thing, right? If you can talk in front of people and do introductions and be a party motivator and have tricks up your sleeve to get people that, maybe that don't want to dance, but you can lighten up a mood by playing music or setting up a scenario or doing things. It's another thing I learned throughout the years. But yeah, so I don't know, all my big accomplishments. I'm a regular DJ over at Walt Disney World. I was over at Universal Studios. I was a music video DJ over there for quite a long time as well. There's a show over at SeaWorld that I'm fortunate enough to be on the roster for. Once again, I travel. I did a lot of traveling. I've opened up for Train and Weezer, and there's probably a few other ones in there. Backstreet Boys, did some cruises with them. It was kind of exciting. So I know I probably talked a lot, but just wanted to let you know who I was. Okay, so the whole point of the DJology idea that I came up with is that there's no school to teach all the different things that go with DJing. There's people that are really technical with computers and gear and twisting knobs and doing all that kind of mixing. And then there's so the Qbert type guys and the Ragozas, the guys that are really good on the turntables. That's not something I really will get into or teach because I'm nowhere near on their level. I can do a few things. I actually want to invite Philo over to the studio, have him do a routine for you, and maybe interview him. That would be awesome. He's one of the guys that I look up to in the turntablism world. But the whole reason that I created it is because, I don't know, there's weddings, there's theme parks, there's so many different things, gear, music selection, that I'd like to dive into and create a database for anybody thinking about becoming a DJ. Start with the beginner classes, work our way up to intermediate classes. And I guess specific areas will get people that know how to do those really well. But here's episode 2. I wanted to let you know, please like and subscribe because I'm just getting started. This is just my second episode, and but once again, guys, please like and subscribe. Here is another promo video that I made for my website. Once again, I'll be looking for those questions and what content I should cover over videos to come. But thanks. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Scott. I'm the owner of King Entertainment Events, and welcome to the website. We are a professional DJ company that offers photo booths, intelligent light shows, up lights, light up dance floors, and much more. We do this for all types of events: wedding, corporate parties, high school dances, private parties. I tell you what, I got a little highlight reel for you guys. Check it out.